Can you talk to me in your talkback mic, please, Ricky, so I can hear you?
I'm a
Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and I'm very excited to show you my new live room. It's fairly small, but it's perfectly usable. I've got my friend Ricky Howard coming to drum today, and he's going to help me sort of debug it a bit. We're going to put all the mics up, check everything works, make sure the talkback all works, and we're going to record some drums on a song that I jammed with my friends Luke and Alex to a bit of program drums. So he's going to lay some drums down on that. It's just a bit of fun just to check everything works. The first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go through the sound check, and then I'm going to show you all the mics, and then we're going to have a snare change, and then you'll get, just with the screenshot of the door, go through all the mics and you can listen to them. And then at the end, Ricky's performance. So enjoy this video. Everything is time stamped. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, subscribe, hype and subscribe and like and comment. That would be wonderful. See you in a bit.
Excellent. Right, I can actually hear you. Okay. Right, give me some bass drum.
right. Stand by.
Okay, that's very nice. Bit of snare. Okay, that's cool. First tom. Can you give me the floor tom, please, Ricky? Okay, I've got a little bit of a buzz coming off of that, so so give us the floor tom again. Okay, let's try this floor tom again. Okay, can you play the toms one after the other? Just top, bottom, top, bottom. Talk in your mic, I can't hear you that loud. 1 second, sorry, I'd need to unmute you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Yeah, no, when I play, especially the floor tom, this one is coming through pretty much just the right hand side of
That's
my.
because it's panned round.
Oh, you've right,
they're
everything's panned.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Just
See
wondering
what
what
I
that
mean?
was.
So the bass drum, the snare drum will be down the centre, and then the toms are panned and stuff. I can undo that if you want, or you can undo that.
Yeah, because it just sounds weird.
Okay, I'll come in.
And we select these channels, you see they're panned over to the right. So if I just do it slightly less.
Was I supposed to go to a closed hi-hat?
Closed
Oh,
hi-hat. Yeah, that's just the intro kind
Yeah.
of. It doesn't have to be completely closed, but just bring it down a bit, if you
Yeah.
know what I mean, dynamically.
All right, mate.
I'll just say bring it down.
Yeah, all right, mate.
1, 2, 3. Bring it down. On the right.
Okay, let me talk you through the mics I'm using on the kit. So on the bass drum, I've got inside a Dynamic M88. In the hole, I've got an Audix D6, and outside is the Rode K2. So on the snare, I've got a Dynamic M201, and I've also got a Dynamic M160 ribbon mic. That sounds particularly good, and the two of those together are the top snare mics. Underneath the snare, I have an SM57 clamped onto the stand, and on each tom, top and bottom, I have AKG C418 condenser mics. The floor tom has the same as the top tom, top and bottom, the AKG mics, but the only difference is I clip that one onto a mic stand because the resonance with the floor tom was causing it to crackle. These mics here are OC818 by Austrian Audio, and they are using the proximity effect inside a wooden drawer. I've got one of these each side, and they basically pick up the room. I capture the signal from both sides of the mic as separate signals, and then I can use their polar pattern designer afterwards to decide whether I want more of the proximity side or more of the sort of the above side, the room, and miking the ceiling. They work really nicely. Above the kit, I've got a pair of MC930s by Dynamic, and I've got a central ribbon mic that is a T-Bone RB500. They sound great. They're just about the cheapest ribbon mics you can get, and they sound absolutely brilliant. I've got a second one of those, which I'll show you in a minute, which make up a Glyn Johns pair. Here's the second mic in the Glyn Johns pair, the first being the central overhead that's on the bar above the kit. On the hi-hat, I've got an SM57 beta. I don't like the top end that you get with condensers on hi-hats. If anything, that's on everything else, so really what I'm looking for is the meat. And I get that with a dynamic mic. I'll use a 57, a 58, 57 beta as I am today. Whatever is kind of left over at the end I'll use for hi-hat, because I barely put it in the mix. On the ride is a CAD mic, some nondescript mic that I got with a set of mics I bought second hand. I've never used it before, but it does the job. Again, I rarely use ride, and if I just need to add a bit of ping, it's clean and it works, so I'm using it. Here's the second of the room mics with the proximity effect, recording the signals from both sides. And if you've noticed, the floor is a grid pattern, and the centre of the bass drum and the snare drum are down the centre line of the room, so I can count out the number of squares I want and make sure that the mics are aligned, and it kind of works really nicely without having to get a tape measure out. So these room mics are equidistant from the snare, and they're spaced out by the carpet. Up there I've got the first of two SM57s that are miking up the wall using the proximity effect against the wall, because this is a brick wall whereas the other is wood, and we're getting some nice kind of trashiness out of them because they're fairly high up. I've got two of those equidistant from the snare, and yeah, they're pretty cool. And finally, the kind of the random one, I just put a kind of a spaced pair in front of the kit of TLM 102s by Neumann, and they actually sound pretty good. They're pointing down a little bit to try and sort of get more of the drum kit and less of the cymbals, and let's see if they end up in my final mix.
Cool. All right.
Right, mate.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Don't make a noise. That was literally perfect, start to finish.
Okay.
Really happy with that. Come in.